Hi, my name is Vidisha and I secured an All India rank of 10 in the ALET 2025 paper. I'll be joining NLU Delhi this year. So, to describe in the best words possible, I think my CLAT and ALET journey was a very chaotic one. Um, I didn't do the best the first time around, and I took a gap year to prepare for ALET and CLAT again. Um, I had decided after 10th ended that I wish to do law. My father is a lawyer, so that was one aspect that motivated me a lot to get into this field, and I felt that humanities as a subject suited me most out of all the streams. So I started preparing for the exam in the year 2023 and I attempted the CLAT 2024 and ALET 2024 paper. I prepared for around 9 to 10 months, and I was a student who was very horrible at time management the first time around. I could not finish my mocks, and I would panic at the maths section because my maths is very weak. I was scared of maths. I think that was also a really big problem. I was genuinely frightened when I saw the maths section, and I used to always go past the time limit for that particular section. I think that's what I did in the main exam as well in 2023 in the 2024 paper, and that really ate a chunk of my time and really affected me. But coming back to the preparation the first time around, I think there was no problem in the preparation, but all I did was hard work and no smart work. That was a big problem, and I didn't focus on my time management as much as I did on the studying part of it. I think these exams are not rote learning or just studying the whole day. You really have to be strategic with the preparation. I feel like this exam has a longer list of things not to do than it has a list of things that we should do. There were a lot of things that I did the first time around that were like clearly wrong, because now that I look back in hindsight, I'm like, I should not have done that. I did not focus on my time management at all. I would just keep studying the whole day, like GK or like vocabulary or like just reading passages. I was doing all the things that we're supposed to do, like read newspapers and solve questions and all of that. But I feel like I was not focusing on what the problem actually was, which was that I used to stress and panic a lot during the paper, and I'm so certain that so many of you can relate with that. I would really take mock marks to my heart. I would go and cry to my sir after every single mock, even if I did improve. I would never ever focus on my weak points. I felt like I was just very obsessed with the idea of both of these exams. I would constantly study for them, but I was not doing any strategic or smart work. I was always studying, but other people who were maybe studying less than me were doing much better than me. So, cut to the day of the CLAT and ALET 2024 paper. As we all know, the CLAT paper was very easy in 2024, but I still panicked because the math section was so easy. I became greedy, knowing that it was my weak section. I became greedy because I was like, oh wow, I can solve this. And I think I took around 30 minutes to solve the whole maths thing. And it ruined my paper because I left a chunk of the paper and I did not score well. I got a 4-digit rank. And ALET was significantly better, but I still did get a 3-digit rank in that. And after the results, I was genuinely very disheartened. I did not know what to do because I did not have any backup plan. Because of the same reason, I had also not signed up for any other private exam. I gave the SLAT paper. I got Symbiosis Noida, but I felt like taking a full drop and giving the paper again was a better decision. I talked to my dad. He was very supportive, and so was my mother. And in April, after giving the SLAT paper, I started preparing again for the exam. I changed a lot of my strategies. I feel like I really focused on my time management, and I told myself that it's very important to not panic, because if you're letting the paper overpower you, then you will not be able to solve the paper with your full potential. I worked on my maths, I worked on my reading speed. I used to read newspaper religiously every single day, not just for the vocabulary part but also for the reading speed part of it. Since I was a gap year student, I was aware of the fact that I have more time than other students, and I was very, very grateful for that time. There was also a lot of fear with regard to the fact that what happens if I don't get in this time as well. I did think about that, but I did not dwell on it much, and I kept preparing. I worked on my weak points. I went offline to give mocks. I would study, and I did not take too much pressure. I feel like first time around I took much pressure, and this time around I worked on taking it a little bit more chill. My parents were supportive all throughout. I would still come and cry about my mock marks sometimes, but I understood that it's very, very important to realize that what you perform in your mocks does not equalize to what you will do on the main day, no matter what. Mocks should be treated as practice, only and only practice, and you should envision yourself giving the exam for those particular 2 hours, but after you get the result you should not take it to your heart. That is very, very important, and I feel like that is something that I lacked the first time around. So in the CLAT 2025 paper, it was again an easy paper, and there were some discrepancies as well in the logical section, but this time I did not let it affect me, and since I was not able to solve it because it was wrong, I shifted to another section. And even though I didn't do up to my potential in CLAT, I got a rank of 805 in the previous CLAT result, and after the updated result I got 717. I had around, I think, 88 or 89 marks in the updated result. CLAT result came one day before ALET. Because of the CLAT result, I could not get that much sleep on the ALET exam as well. But even though I knew that ALET was my last opportunity at that point of time, I did not take too much pressure, because I felt like I had the cushion that I'm still getting into an NLU that is tier 2. So I had that comfort. Cut to the day of the exam, when I sat in the exam room, I remember that when I saw the paper, I was like, oh, this is pretty solvable. I used to solve the paper in the chronological order. I would go from English, then GK and current affairs, and then I would proceed on to logical, which was the normal order of the paper. I remember when I opened the paper and I solved the first two English passages in a span of 5 to 7 minutes. I feel like that gave me a huge and insane confidence boost. I usually gave around 45 minutes to English, then the rest 15 minutes to current affairs, and then I would give my 1 hour to logical. I know that solving logical in the end is a pretty risky thing, but I knew that English was my strength and current affairs was still on a better line than logical, so that's what I went with. But my English got over in 35 minutes, so I feel like the confidence that I got from being able to solve my strongest section in such a short time, I feel like that really, really helped me sail through the paper smoothly. So I completed my paper 15 minutes prior to 4 p.m. and I remember that my attempts at that point of time were 144. So I decided to shoot it up to 147 attempts. I attempted 3 more questions in that span of time. And let me tell you that 2 out of those 3 questions were correct. And if that would not have had happened, I think that could have really, really affected my chances of getting a good rank and being able to get this college. A higher number of attempts is something that is very, very much emphasized by every aspirant who has gotten a good rank and a good NLU. And even I am telling you that having higher number of attempts, especially in ALET, is very, very important. A lesser number of attempts automatically throws you out of the race, or at least keeps you very behind in the race. So that also, unless and until you're very, very certain about your accuracy being 99% correct, which usually does not happen, do not take the risk of having less attempts. I feel like when you have time, go through the questions that you have left and try to attempt them again, because if you're not attempting those questions, then you're automatically behind a lot of other people. When I finished the paper, I remember being very, very satisfied. I was not too much like, oh my god, I have been selected in the exam, because obviously so many people are giving the exam. We can't be ever certain that we are getting a rank or not. But I remember being like more satisfied compared to the CLAT paper. I remember going back with my father in the car and telling him that I'm fairly more happy with this paper. Like, I am more satisfied, I'm happier. I think the answer key came the next day, and I checked, and there were a lot of discrepancies in the answer key of ALET as well. I scored around 115, but I remember that other people were scoring a lot. So I was like, maybe I should not think that I am getting selected. So I was not too excited, and I was not telling much people at that point of time. I just told my parents and a few friends of mine. ALET result came at around 10 p.m. on the 12th of December, and I remember that I checked my result on my phone. I didn't even open my laptop because I did not want to make a big deal out of it. Like, what if my rank was not what I was expecting it to be? So I remember that I didn't call my parents up or like even my sibling up. I just opened it secretly on my phone, and then I remember screaming and running up to my parents and being genuinely really happy, and thinking that all of the sacrifices, all of the not being able to meet my friends for like 2 years and not being able to attend all family events was finally worth it. At that point of time, genuinely everything felt so surreal, from seeing a rank of 4 digit in the 2024 paper of CLAT, and then seeing a rank of 2 digit in the ALET 2025 paper. I think each and everything felt that it's fine that I was not able to go here or enjoy at that event or something like that. Well, it was so exciting. I feel like the whole of December was amazing. I was so happy to see my parents proud, because there's genuinely nothing better than seeing that your parents are satisfied with what you're doing academically, because I think that's such an Indian thing. And in a few days, the merit list came. I saw my rank in the first merit list, and I was so happy. So I still am so excited to join NLU Delhi and see what the next 5 years have for me. So basically, what I'm trying to tell through this video, to not even a dropper, but to every single person who's preparing for CLAT or ALET, is that this exam is something that you genuinely have to give strategically your time to. You have to do smart work and not just hard work, because even if you'll be sitting like 10 hours a day and studying and doing all of the wrong things, that would never ever be better than the 4 hours that you will genuinely dedicate with all the smart work and being smart with your preparation. Because I think that's so important in this type of an exam. Especially to the droppers, one message is that I know that there's a lot of ambiguity in preparing for competitive exams, taking a full drop or even a partial drop, but it's so important to think that it's okay. Like, it's okay to take 1 year off. It's okay to prepare for an exam again and give yourself the time, because time genuinely is very important. It's okay to not go to those social events and enjoy, because you will get to do that so much. We get 6 months free. Like, to the droppers, we get 6 months free after December, after the paper. So you will have a lot of time to spend with your family and friends, but just those few months you should give to that exam. So now that we're towards the end of the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Send this video to your friends who are preparing for CLAT and ALET currently. Let me know in the comment section below if you would want a part where I tell what I did and what I would do in the whole day, what books I referred to, and all my methods and strategies with regard to mocks. I hope to see you guys really soon and probably help you more with regard to your preparation.